Hello everyone, my name is Saksham Dikshit and this is my channel Pentest Diaries. So today I'll make another video in the section of knowledge share itself, and this is, I think most probably this is a second or third video itself. And in this video I'll try to get it cover the concept which I can call it as how we are connected. Like couple of guys are talking about the DoS attack, so that I'll just try to get it covered over here. So four famous DoS method for the pen testing, I'll just try to get it covered in this video, and how exactly and what are the tools we're supposed to use it, what's the impact of these type of method itself. I'll try to cover each and everything about it. So there's nothing like a practical section, this is purely a theoretical section, but the thing is that the concept should be well known about it. Like if anyone is aware about it, if anyone asks you about it, like what type of attacks we have it, like if anyone asks you related to the DoS, what are the methods we have it, like there any attack you can call it as a DoS, like when you're brute forcing anything, but that coming under the category of which section itself, which protocol is utilizing over there itself, that is most important. So that I'll try to get it covered in this video itself. And now going further with that, if you're talking about like four famous DoS method for the pen testing itself, so basically we just have to understand first like what is a DoS. So denial of service, this is one of the I can say that a type of attack which normally attackers, red teamers, black hat guys are performing it, or intrusive guys are performing it, who try to make the target unavailable for unlegitimate users. So that is the main motive behind. Like we just try to make a lot of traffic to be generated to the target, so that the target will not able to handle the legitimate traffic at the same. Like taking example, if there is a capability of any room, or I can say that go inside of the room, there's a capability of one guy can go inside of that room one by one. But the thing is that I'll try to make 100 guys to be force 100 guys to be in a queue itself, just to continuously forcing inside of that room. Then in that case definitely it's not that door is not available for a legitimate guys to go inside of that room. That is a problem happening over here itself in enterprise itself. Nowadays so many appliances are available which like normally organizations are deploying it, and they're trying their best just to overcome the problem of the DoS. And even we have the concept of the denial of like going further with that is that we call it DDoS. So that's also one of the things where we're preferring with that. DDoS is more powerful than the DoS. In case of DoS attack itself, like we are generating a single source itself, it's generating a traffic for the target. But in denial, distributed of denial of service attack is where multiple sources are generating a traffic for the single target. So it's difficult for a person or a security professional to identify like from where exactly that much traffic is generated. In couple of cases even the appliances like not able to handle the situation, and they're seeing that the traffic is coming as a legitimate one, but later phase itself it's feel like that is coming under the category of DDoS itself. That was a different thing. I'm talking about the DoS itself right now, not the DDoS. Okay. So going further with that, if we talk about the first method, so the first method is a UDP flood. So in case of UDP flood, what actually, I'll just read that content and then make you understand about it, how exactly is it. So this method overwhelming the target server with a large volume of user data protocol, that's most important. And this is a UDP is a connectionless protocol. What it means, like when you're sending anything, a user is sending anything, we are not waiting for to get it respond back. That was a connectionless protocol where we are not receiving any acknowledgement from the target itself, we are not getting any response. So that was one of the thing. So that's coming under the category of the UDP flood itself, and meaning the sender do not wait for it, so they are keep on sending that packets to the target itself continuously, and there is no response, we are not getting it. So we are flooded a lot with the UDP I can say that traffic itself to the target, and we are like as a user is not looking for that output or acknowledgement from the server side. That's creating a problem for the server. And what's the impact? So the impact, if we're talking about the servers, resources are consumed processing these packets, causing legitimate traffic to be dropped. Take example, if you are bombarded with a lot of traffic, like billions of requests if you hit to the server itself, definitely out of that, if you have a legitimate traffic also which is coming from the appropriate guys, then in that case that to be get dropped, as you are already consumed the whole bandwidth of the target server. That's the impact of it. And if we talk about the tools, definitely we can utilize the HPing 3 is one of the two, or a customized type of scripts we can generate for such type of attack to be get a control of the target. Now talking about the sync flood. So in case of sync flood itself, what actually is happening, like in case of UDP, we are not getting a response, but in case of TCP, the situation is totally different. Situation is totally different. This method exploits the three-way handshake process. Okay, so in case of TCP handshake itself, we required a three-way handshake to be get conducted. Then only the process of sending a packet and we get the response, it's continuously be happening. A channel will be getting generated between the server and the user side. So that's a main cause over here. So the attacker sent a number of sync packet initiating a connection request but never complete the handshake. That's the most important. Like what actually is happening in a handshake, we are sending the packet, we get the response back, and then we are sending the acknowledgement. So that is the thing. We are getting the response from the server, but we are not completing the whole handshake. That's creating a problem. The server is keep on waiting for it. Like the server will supposed to get the response, but as the attacker is not completing that handshake, that keep on sending the packets, get the response, not acknowledge it. So that's creating a problem. And after a certain time, if it's going in the same way, it's in a waiting phase, it's consume a lot of energy of the server itself, and a lot of consumption power will be there itself to be handled that type of handshake. As it's not get completed, the servers keep on waiting for it to complete the handshake from the client side, but the server is not receiving the acknowledgement. That's the reason behind it. It's consume a lot. So that's the only statement. The attacker sends a large number of sync packet and initiating a connection request but never completing the handshake. That's a problem. This leaves the server waiting for completion and consuming resources and preventing legitimate connection itself. That's one of the bigger problem over here itself. Now similar to the UDP flood, it's a similar case. It's consumed a lot. That was the thing. The server become overloaded with incomplete connection request. And which leads to like legitimate traffic will not reach to the server itself, and even at that same time, if any user is a legitimate user, try to make a handshake over there itself, at that time that's not feasible, as the server is already overloaded with lot of sync packets. That's a problem coming in the category of the method which we're talking about, the sync flood. And the tool which we're supposed to use it is it's a slow Loris. So this is one of the tool and the customized scripts we can make it for the sync flood, which we can utilize it. Now going further with that, if we're talking about the ICMP flood itself, and it's a ping flood. So with the name also you can able to understand, we are just generating, like we are pinging one target itself and keep on pinging it. So that is coming under the category of the ICMP flood itself, where this method bombarded the large target server with the ICMP Internet Control Message Protocol echo request packets, while seamlessly simple a large volume of pings are overwhelming the server resources. So that's happening. Like if you are pinging continuously and increase the size of the packet, like normally when you're pinging it, there is a size will be get defined as a default one. But if you want to customize the ping command and sending a bigger packet to the target server itself, and you're sending it continuously, then it creating a problem for the server to handle that much load. That's creating and coming under the category of the ICMP flood, where the server become unresponsive for the legitimate user. That's coming under this category. So the imperative we're talking about, the server prioritize the responding to pings, neglecting other essential tasks, like whatever the essential task is over there itself, but as it's loaded a lot with a ping request itself, then in that case whatever that actual task the server is supposed to perform over there itself, it's not at all be conducted, like will be get it completed by the server, just because of lot of load we are generating for the target server itself. And if we're talking about the tool, it's definitely it's a HPing3. It's the same tool which you're using for the UDP itself, UDP flood. So we are using it also for the ICMP flood. It's HPing and can be used for the ICMP flood itself, and even the customized script we can create it as per our need itself. There are a number of scripts are available on GitHub. You can utilize that. Going further with the fourth method, which is talking about the HTTP flood. So this is also one of the, I can say that this method involves of sending a large number of HTTP requests to the target server, like a GET or the POST requests. These requests can target specific pages or exploit vulnerability in the web server to maximize the impact. That is the main reason behind of the HTTP flood. Like lot of packets will be generated over there itself, but it's utilized the GET and the POST request itself on the basis of that. But As per the vulnerability, we have it over there itself, that to be getting utilized and making a bigger impact on the target server itself. That's coming under the category of the HTTP flood. The server become overloaded processing these requests, leading to slow down or crash couple of times. Like example, couple of ways when you're trying to get access to the application. I'll give an example of in previous time, like you will talk about the time of 2004-3 when we try to access any website. So at that time, if a lot of load will be getting generated to the target server, then definitely it's not accessible to everyone. So that's just because of that, so many guys are trying to get access. That was the reason a lot of traffic is generated to the target server, and server is not capable enough to handle all load. That was the reason behind it. Couple of times we are seeing that the server is not reachable, page not found, such type of response we are getting it from the server side. This is just because of this coming under, but that was a legitimate one, as just because of our capability of the server is not appropriate. That was the reason we are getting it. But in case of HTTP flood, it's the same situation, but in a negative sense. Like we are generating a lot of traffic forcefully, so that we want that application to be not accessible by anyone, even with the normal users also can't get it access that application. That was the reason we are trying to conduct such type of attack of HTTP flood, by which accessibility of that application is not accessible for any user. That's coming into the category of that. Talking about, if we're talking about the tool itself, so there is one tool which I can say that Apache Bench, this is one of the tools which we can use it just to generate the HTTP flood traffic. Going further with that, if we're talking about the important node which is most important for it, it's crucial to only perform the DoS attack with the explicit permissions on authorized systems during a penetration test. Like that's true about it. Like when you are performing any penetration testing on any organization itself, couple of times you're getting a dev environment, but still you are a warning will be given by the client, or if you're doing it for your own organization, then definitely even in that case also you are not generating a lot of traffic. As I'm talking about the DoS itself, you are generating a lot of traffic and no one looking for such type of traffic. If you're trying to generate, definitely the alert will be get generated for the SOC, and they will ask you why you're generating that type of traffic. So just for fulfill all the test cases, there are a couple of things like pen testers are best practice. They are doing the brute force just with a limited zone, not for like an entire day you are running the DoS attack, and after that like a lot of things are happening to the server itself. The server is not accessible to us. So don't go with that way. Like normally when you're trying to create a test whether this server is or application is having a capability to handle the DoS attack, then in that case definitely you have to try a little bit, like 20 packets, 25 packets, max to max 30, 35 packets you have to sign it to the target server with any ways, either UDP, TCP, ICMP or HTTP. These are the threads you have to try to make it a traffic for it and try to see that, but in a limited zone, not for the entire, make it for a whole day. Don't go with that. So normally organizations are not allowing such type of attack to be conducted for the penetration tester, but just to check, fulfill all the checklist issues, then you have to go for with the limited stuffs, limited condition with the filters you have to get it defined over there itself. By that you are conducting an attack. Just try to see whether there is a capability for it or not to handle 25 packets or 30 packets continuously by sending it. So that's coming under the category of the 4 famous DoS attack we are just talking about for the server itself. I hope you like this video. This is a theoretical video, but I'll try my best to make you understand about all the 4 concepts behind it. A DoS attack, all the things, most of the things are coming under the category. Whatever the text you are listening and reading it from any portal itself, those are coming under the category of the same thing. If you're aware about these methods, then definitely it's coming under these categories for it. Other things, it may be possibility at local levels as different type of things are coming, but I'm just trying to cover 4 methods over here itself. Normally attacks are coming under these categories only. If any other is there itself, definitely I'll try to get it covered later phase itself, but this is most important where all the attacks will be coming under the category of it, especially a DoS one. So thank you so much. If you like this video, please subscribe my channel. Take care. Bye bye.